All right. So now we have the TIX6 flashed, and we are going to configure it to set it up for the study. To start that, we have to make sure the TIX6 can communicate with the laptop because we will be doing all the configuration for the TIX6 on the laptop via a web browser. So in order to get the communication happening between the two devices, we need to open up our network center, go to change adapter settings. We're looking at the LAN connection because that's what we'll be using to connect physically to the TIX6. We're going to go into properties, IPv4, and we're going to use the following IP address, which is going to be 10.10.10.120. We're then going to go to the subnet mask, and we're going to type 255, 255, 255, and 0. We'll save our settings. We're already plugged in, connected. Now we'll open up a browser, a Google Chrome browser. We prefer Google Chrome and Mozilla will both work for connecting to a TIX6. It is recommended that you use Google Chrome because of incognito, which helps you with cache issues when configuring the TIX6. So we're going to go ahead and type in our IP address, which is 10.10.10.1 port 10,000, sorry, and we're going to connect to the device. Now we're going to type in our username, which is Condeco, and our password will be Condeco, but with numbers instead of vowels. So C0ND3 with a GW at the end. This is our home page where we important things such as time on system. This will help make sure that you have an internet connection. Remember that time on the system will always be UTC, as well as day, month, year. Now, to navigate this, we want to go to others. This is the drop-down menu for it. And we're going to look at the two main things we're going to configure when configuring a TIX6. Is going to be the system settings page and the network settings. So we're going to start with Condeco network settings. This is the page where you would come in to program any kind of wireless or cellular access. So before you get on a study site, before you do a configuration, you're always going to check with your project manager to see if you're using wireless on site, a LAN connection on site, or a cellular access point via a SIM card, which is you put directly into the TIX6 board. This is where you would change these settings. Currently I have it set up for Wi-Fi, and you'll notice that there are Wi-Fi networks being shown. If I wanted to connect to an SSID network, I would just click on the network and then type in the password. Connection monitoring and VPN settings are also really important. Connection monitoring is where you can connection monitoring helps you with the troubleshooting process. It allows the TIX6 to check whether there's an internet connection every 60 seconds, and currently, which is this right here, so every 60 seconds, this TIX6 will check for an internet connection if connection monitoring is enabled, which it currently is, and after 5 fails, it will reboot, so technically after 5 minutes, and with the reboot on failure feature enabled, this TIX6 would then reboot on 5 failures. It is recommended that this is 60 and that max fail should be 15 if you are going to enable reboot on failure. To update this, press update, and it saves the settings. VPN settings not provisioned. The VPN settings not provisioned if you had an internet access on this machine currently, which we do not, would allow, if you provision a certificate, it would allow Condeco support and Condeco, the staff members, to be able to remote access into this machine to help troubleshooting. To enable a VPN certificate, all you do is provision the certificate, press that button, and it will provision this for OpenVPN access. Next, we're going to go to System Settings. System Settings is where you set the PAN ID and channel ID and the survey ID. So this System Settings allows the TIX6 to communicate with the sensors, as well as allows the TIX6 to take the data that it gets from the sense units and upload them to our sense team for them to be able to turn into actual data for the client. So the first thing we're going to do is check the PAN ID. The PAN ID is located on a sensor unit, the PAN ID is called the kit number, and the PAN ID is always going to be the kit number minus 2 zeros. So if you have a kit number that's 00119, it will instead be 119. The channel will also be on the sensor. It will be located usually underneath the kit number, and in this case it will be 14. Survey ID. Survey ID is the unique number that identifies the client that we are currently doing a study for. So whereas the PAN ID and the channel allow the TIX6 to communicate with the sensors, the survey ID allows the TIX6 to upload this to the correct database for our sense team to analyze. So in this case, we'll be using 111. Go ahead and update. Update successful, restarting SNG application. At this point, you have configured a TIX6 for a sense study. It is ready for you to start allocating sense to, which will be our next step.